William, hopefully your favorite videographer from Two Hats Publishing. I welcome you to another Two Hats special of community events. Let's look in and see what's really happening.
I'm sure that the mayor will be here in a second. Well, good afternoon. My name is Adam Medrano, and I am proud to serve as the chair of the LGBT Task Force. Thank you for being here as we celebrate June as Pride Month in Dallas. Each year this event grows in size, and I'm so pleased to see members of several organizations and residents here today. We come together annually to recognize community leaders, organizations, businesses, and allies who advocate and support the LGBT community. Please note how I use the word we. We as collective community come together and we stand up and speak out. I believe the mayor is walking in right when I needed him, so it's perfect timing. Is going to read the proclamation for Pride Month. So I'm gonna, Mayor, you want to come up? It's your turn. Yeah, perfect timing. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, thank you, Councilman Medrano, for leading this task force. It's best in class, I think, here at the city. And thank you, everybody that sits on that task force. Your constant feedback and dialogue, I think, makes our city better. Today, I get to read an important proclamation in honor of LGBT Pride Month, but I think it's good to take notice of a couple of things. One, I'm proud of what this city's done over the last 5 or 6 years in regards to the rights that we are continuing to stand up for in the city. We've gone through ups and downs, but it has been as you step back, a progress that I think we can all step back and say this city is a gay-friendly city, and we do not discriminate in regards to sexual orientation. Hear, hear. At the same time, we are dealing with a new wave of, in my mind, hate and bigotry coming out of our legislature. And I think it is not only wrong from a human standpoint, it's wrong from a state strategic standpoint. And I ask all of us to continue to speak in a unified manner in Dallas. There are a lot of people that are not in this room that agree with us. And across many political lines and economic lines, people are speaking out, and we must stay on that. There are folks in Austin fighting the fight for us, and hopefully this new special session, the bathroom bill will die once again. That's what I'm hoping. I speak for myself, but I think I speak for a lot of the council on that as well. So I appreciate all the council leadership. So with that, Mr. Medrano, I will read some whereases, okay? Whereas lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Pride Month is currently celebrated each year of the month of June in honor of 1969 Stonewall Rebellion in Manhattan. And whereas the Stonewall Rebellion is considered to be one of the most important events that has contributed to the success of modern movement of the LGBT equality in the United States, and whereas the rebellion led to the LGBT movement in America and the LGBT Pride Month, where we commemorate the events of June 1969 and commit to achieving full equal rights and equal justice under the law for LGBT Americans. Whereas the LGBT rights movement has made great progress over the years, through the fight for inclusion and equality, it's still alive today. And on June 26, 2003, the United States Supreme Court in Lawrence v. Texas struck down Section 2106 of the Texas Penal Code, ruling that simply being LGBT is no longer a crime in the state of Texas. And on June 26, 2013, the United States Supreme Court in United States v. Windsor struck down Section 3 of the Federal Defense of Marriage Act. And whereas June 26, 2015, the United States Supreme Court in Obergefell versus Hodges ruled that full marriage equality and recognition is a constitutional right of LGBT Americans in all United States and territories, including the state of Texas, Dallas County, and the city of Dallas. Whereas the LGBT community has been thriving and contributing sector of the Dallas life, business, and community, and Dallas LGBT residents, taxpayers, and visitors should feel safe and free from any fear of harassment, discrimination, and persecution. And whereas no one should be subjected to the type of bigotry, harassment, discrimination, or violence because of who they are on this special occasion, we must bear in mind that all while together we have overcome difficult obstacles, acceptance is something we must all practice and teach to further generations. And whereas the city of Dallas will not tolerate bigotry and will continue to work hard to eradicate threats on our communities while encouraging its citizens to freely express who they are. Now, therefore, I, Michael S. Rawlings, Mayor of the City of Dallas, and on behalf of the Dallas City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of June 27th as Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Pride Month in Dallas, Texas. Congratulations.
Task force, man, it's almost been 4 years ago. We've done some amazing work policy-wise and throughout the community, and he's been supportive every step of the way, so I want to thank you for that. And so every year I present the Pride Proclamation to a group who's doing outstanding work in the LGBT community. Founded on June 12, 2006, this organization was formed on the mission to foster dialogue between the Hispanic and LGBT communities, both whom share a common goal, full equality. This year's proclamation is presented to LULAC Dallas Rainbow Chapter 4871 for their outstanding dedication to the community. As the recipient of the Pride Proclamation, you have one responsibility, and that is to showcase the proclamation at as many events possible. So Sonny and Lex, if y'all want to come up, and anybody else, I know there's other people that are part of Rainbow LULAC, if you come here, we'd like to present you with the proclamation. Thank you guys for having me.
We're going to do the photo with the task force before you go.
Okay.
All
right.
You're trapped. Task force members.
The mayor's got to leave, so if the task force members will come up and get a quick picture. So when I took over the task force, there was about 15 members, and we're over 50 now. So anybody else want to join, y'all are more than welcome to be part of the task force.
Never had more, right?
I did. Never had more.
Are we coming?
I don't know who's out.
Council members. Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm really this way we looking.
Straight ahead.
Hey, y'all got to give us an indication when you're taking the picture. It's going to look weird. Just say, look over here.
Thank you, guys.
And again, if anybody wants to join the task force, you're more than welcome. Like I said, we started off with 15 members about 4 years ago. Now we have over 50 that come to every meeting. We meet once a month. We keep it an hour. It's short. So y'all are welcome to join the task force. Anybody's welcome. So I just wanted to thank my colleagues for coming. I see Councilmember Kingston, Ms. Grace, Councilmember Grayson, Councilmember Lee Kleiman, Councilmember Jennifer Gates was just here, Councilmember McGue, Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Wilson. Anybody else? Councilmember Scott Griggs. Councilmember Mark Clayton. Thank y'all for being here. I do appreciate that. Any other elected officials? I know Miguel Solis was here earlier. Not sure if he's here. Oh, there he is. School Board Trustee Miguel Solis. So thank y'all for being here. So we kind of did this out of order because the mayor had to go. So at this time, I would like to bring up Valanda Quate, and she will lead us in the Star Spangled Banner. So would everybody please rise? Thank you. She's also a task force member.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Valanda. Thank you for that beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Thank you for that. Next, I'd like to call up Reverend Johnny Head Gaston for the invocation. Johnny?
Welcome everyone again to Dallas City Hall, to the Declaration of Pride Month. Let's take a moment to remember the diversity and all of the different faiths and beliefs represented in the city of Dallas. I am a City of Dallas employee as well. I work for Mobility and Street Services. And I just want us to remember, those of us that are employees, that when we came here, we were not asked about our faith beliefs. We were not asked if we were straight, bisexual, gay, lesbian, or transgender. We were not asked because all faiths, all beliefs, all orientations, and gender identities are welcomed here. Would you please bow your head and join me in a moment of reflection and pray silently together, each one of us according to our individual beliefs. We offer thanks for the blessings of fellowship around us. Let us be a source of hope, compassion, and contentment for those in need and who are lonely. Let us give gratitude for our opportunity to serve the citizens of Dallas. Let the feelings of love, kindness, and a well-directed yet gentle spirit always be reflected in our actions. Let us rise each morning and strive each day to do only that which brings happiness and joy to others, and avoid doing things that cause hurt to others and pain. Let us use our minds and our reason to encourage each other. Let us always respect the dignity and worth of each other. And let us above all love one another, not to obtain rewards for ourselves now or hereafter, or to avoid punishment, but rather always to bring each other contentment and peace. In the words of St. Francis of Assisi, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, and to be loved as to love. For it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying to self that we are born to eternal life. Amen.
Thank you, Johnny. Welcome, everyone. My name is Brian Price. I'm president of the LGBT Employee Association of Dallas. I want to take a moment to make sure everyone goes down to check out the gorgeous LGBT Dallas History exhibit in the lobby right now. It's a collaboration between the Dallas Way, UNT Special Collections, and the LGBT Employee Association of Dallas. It's going to be up for the full month of June. Events like today and organizations like the one I'm a part of exist because of the hard, sometimes perilous work of many featured in the exhibit downstairs and many in the room today. A quick note, the LGBT Employee Association of Dallas is made up of LGBT and allied city employees, continuing to build an inclusive, supportive environment at the City of Dallas. We organize pride and diversity events here at City Hall. We organize social mixers for our members and engage in community service activities. Check us out on Facebook if you haven't already. We have brochures on the table to the side over here if you'd like more information or are interested in joining the organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. In my time as chair of the task force, we have accomplished many milestones. And because the wide range of organizations, public service groups, companies, and individuals working together, the contributions of our diverse community demonstrate that Dallas is a welcoming city for all Dallasites. But we can always do better. That's why this year's theme of Stand Up and Speak Out, in line with the theme of the Tavern Guild's Pride Parade, is indeed needed now more than ever. It is what we all must continue to do. The Pride Declaration celebration would not be possible without the assistance of many, and I would like to take the time to recognize them for their contributions. Thank you to the LGBT Association for sponsoring today's cake and refreshments. Additionally, I would like to thank them for making the LGBT, what you just heard Brian talk about, the Dallas History exhibit at City Hall reality. I would encourage everyone to go downstairs and see the exhibit. If you haven't, they did a great job on that and capturing the history. Let's see here. Finally, if you're a member of the Pride Declaration Committee, would you please stand up so we can recognize you? Thank y'all for putting this together. It's a lot of work, and we thank you for your time. We'd also like to thank Starbucks for being a partner. Thank you, Starbucks. Also, we're joined by Mayor Pro Tem Monica Alonso and Councilmember Ricky Callahan. So today, I would like to recognize individuals who continue to advocate for the LGBT community. We've given out these awards the last 4 years. The first award is the Leadership Award. So this award recognizes an individual, a business, or an organization that has provided outstanding leadership in Dallas's LGBT community. So this year's Leadership Award goes to Ms. Portia Cantrell and Mr. Cannon Flowers for their work, service, let me say what they've done. For their service to the Coalition of Aging LGBT The coalition's mission is to improve and protect the quality of life of older LGBT adults in Texas. Cannon had surgery recently, so he is not going to be here, but Ms. Portia's here, and she's going to accept the award. But I want to thank Portia and Cannon for standing up and speaking out on behalf of LGBT seniors.
Go, Portia.
Again, if I don't know if you guys have met Portia, but if you haven't, she hasn't been in Dallas a very long time, but she sure did hit the ground running. She came to me and has been involved in all over the city. She was my library board. She is my library board commissioner, and I appreciate her for that. She's part of the task force, but I see her doing all kinds of stuff, and I do appreciate you working for the community the way you do. Thank you. Oh yeah, she lives in District 2, just to let you know. The Ally Award, this award recognizes an individual, a group, a business, or an organization with a proven track record of outstanding support for the greater LGBT community through diversity policies and actions, financial contributions, service, and leadership. This year's Ally Award goes to Outlast Youth. Accepting the award for Outlast Youth is Mr. Josh Kogan. Outlast Youth exists to reduce and prevent LGBTQ youth homelessness by 2020 in Dallas and surrounding counties. Also, Promise House. Accepting this award is Dr. Ashley Lind. Promise House embraces homeless, runaway, and at-risk youth. So what they do is they giving them the need and support for encouragement and hoping to live a better life. They currently host the first LGBT youth transitional home. So that they stepped up to the plate. One of the things we need to talk about, and what we're talking about and discussing in the bond program, is there's going to be some money for homeless housing. And our push, and I'm calling for you guys here to help me get that, is to make sure that we provide housing for our LGBT homeless youth. That's very important, though. Some of those funds go to that. So I'm going to be calling y'all and coming to speak out and let them know that that's what we want to see. Also, to focus on our homeless families that need housing. So thank you. So I don't know if everybody's been following along, but we've been working on this for over a year with the LGBT homeless youth and to get them assisted. So I want to thank y'all for everything that they've done. So that was one of the goals the task force wanted to work on. Let's see here. Okay, so the last award is the Community Award. This award recognizes individuals who have consistently demonstrated qualities of compassion and service to an organization or a variety of volunteer activities that advance LGBT equality and inclusion. This year's Community Award goes to Mr. Ernest Klum. So, Ernest lends his time to volunteering with numerous organizations and efforts, including voters registration and political advocacy, HIV/AIDS awareness, including UBE, the Purple Party, AIDS Walk, South Dallas, and Dallas Southern Pride, as well as a number of other volunteer opportunities that pours into the lives of Dallas LGBT community. We want to thank Ernest for standing up and speaking out for the LGBT community. Thank you, Ernest. So as we close today, today's program, we invite all of you to stand up and speak out. We hope that all of you join our call to action, which is to have the people here, starting today, right now, have their pictures taken with pre-made cards that highlight what role you have in our unwavering campaign to make Dallas the best place to live, work, and raise our families. Again, I want to thank y'all for coming, and it's set up over there. Happy Pride Month. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you.
This is William, hopefully your favorite videographer from Two Hats Publishing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please leave comments below, or like, follow, or subscribe to us and get notices of all our videos. We love it, even when you call.